for the serious gamer.
Hey, what's going on, people? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and I have another update on Black Ops. And some of you guys may be aware of this, and some of you guys may not care, and some of you guys may actually crap on this because I know there's a lot of hate towards this technology. But Black Ops is going 3D. And I put a link to the article which I found this, of course, in the description so that you guys can read it yourself. So apparently, and they tested it. And from what I read in the actual article itself, they talk about bots, but we already knew about that. So don't worry about that in the article. It's kind of repetitive. I don't know why they even put it in there. But anyway, with respect to the 3D technology, okay, so let's put the glasses aside. I know that's a big headache for everyone. The 3D technology that the individual who tested this on Black Ops said that Treyarch actually did a very good job, because for 3D technology at this time, in its sort of infancy of coming out mainstream and becoming part of our culture, not as a gimmick, but part of our culture in terms of entertainment value, it's important that little tiny things like particle, smoke, dust, you know, sparks and stuff like that, that those elements are very carefully done. If there's no 3D element to that sort of that detail, that level of detail, then the whole thing collapses and it loses its effect. Because if you're just going to do 3D on like things like the buildings and weapons and general scenery, then it's not a wow factor. It's kind of like, oh, that's kind of neat. But from what I read is that they actually did do that attention. They paid attention, and it's not surprising to me because that's what Treyarch does. They're important, and again, because this is their sort of, their baby, this is their way of getting Call of Duty back on the rails, since it kind of fell off a little bit, it doesn't surprise me that if they were going to, which they did, attack 3D, that they would have to do it right. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Hopefully in the new year, both Spider-Bite and myself, I know we both would like to get the 3D TVs, but I may be holding off, and this is why, and this is also what I want to discuss with you guys right now, because I know there's a lot of tension and hatred, just like there is for video games, and there always will be, and you guys feel free to leave your comments and stuff. I'm going to put links to, hopefully, I think at least one article, possibly two, talking about what I'm about to talk about, which is glasses-free TVs. A lot of the headaches that are coming, and literally headaches, that their people are talking about, and it's a little bit strenuous on the eyes, is wearing these glasses while watching TV. And everyone's saying, oh, it's gimmicky, it's gimmicky. It's not a gimmick. It is here to stay. This is a technology, yes, in its infancy. If that's what you want to call it, it's very new, it's very raw, and developers are just sort of getting on board. We have the TVs now capable of doing it. Now you say it's gimmicky, you're comparing it back to the days of standard tube televisions. We're in a realm of LED TVs. We're in a realm of high-end processors that are capable of controlling 3D images now. So this is not a gimmick. This is here to stay, but it is in its infancy. And now what happened was, I believe it was Toshiba. Toshiba earlier this year, as you know, I mean, Samsung, Sony, Panasonic, all the other major developer TV manufacturers and everything, you know, announce, oh, we're putting out our 3D TVs, and they've got their glasses, and it's fairly expensive. I mean, the TV itself isn't really that expensive, more so than any other new TV that's just come out. However, the glasses, which I think is like $200 a pop per set, is a little steep, and people aren't happy with that. So what Toshiba did was, Toshiba said, you know what, we're building a glasses-free TV. And they announced it. They said it should be ready by Christmas. I don't think it will. It'll probably be delayed a little bit. And that is going to probably cost a lot of money. But this is what I'm talking about. The technology is there. The glasses was the cheap way of doing it. But so Toshiba, yeah, I believe it's Toshiba. I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, so Toshiba is creating this glasses-free TV. And it's sort of as a result of Nintendo 3DS. Because Nintendo 3DS, as many of you know, if you don't know, I don't know what kind of rock you live under, but they have their new handheld console that is 3D, and you don't require glasses. You just look at it and it's 3D. And the effects are actually pretty damn cool as far as what I can see on it. Now, in terms of the TVs, it's a larger application. It's a lot bigger, a lot more expensive to apply it. I mean, we're talking like tiny little screens on a handheld versus, you know, 40, 50-inch TVs that offer the same value. But Toshiba, the technology is there. So Toshiba is actually working on that right now. Now that is going to be amazing. So having a 3D TV in your living room where you just sit and watch it, no glasses, no little stupid things to put on your face. So as a result of that, Sony, and I don't know, I think Samsung actually is jumping on board as well. Sony, immediately seeing this as a problem, goes, whoa, 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 no, 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 we're working on one right now too. Except they're being a little more cautious. Toshiba said, we're gonna have one out by Christmas. Sony's like, we're working on it as fast as we can right now. However, it's a price sort of thing because I guess the technology, they have the technology, but the cost of the technology right now is very expensive. And for those of you that don't remember, I remember years ago when plasma TVs first came out. When the very, very first plasma TVs came out, I remember seeing them, I forget, it was downtown Toronto, $20,000 for this. I'm not lying to you. $20,000 for this large screen plasma TV. I was like, $20,000? I'm like, man, nobody's gonna friggin' pay $20,000. Even though I'm looking at it, I'm like drooling over this thing, looking at the picture going, wow, that is awesome. But anyway, lo and behold, plasma LCD TVs all low price now. Same thing's gonna happen with the 3D. The glasses free is where we're heading. If you can, I would definitely hold off, like a lot of you guys said, hold off on purchasing 3D TVs that require the glasses, because the glasses-free TVs, I guarantee you, are around the corner. Yes, they're going to be a little more expensive, but that's the technology that we need to embrace. And for those of you that are saying it's a gimmick, it's not a gimmick. It's not going away. If you look at any sort of iconic futuristic films, whenever you see that, whenever you see them watching TV or anything like that, I'm not talking about really poor renditions, you see, you know, virtual reality, you see these 3D sort of immersive types of experience, of media experiences, and that's where we're heading. That's where we're going, and it's not going away. This isn't the you know, the red and blue glasses that you put on way back in the day. This is an immersive experience. Yes, our systems, our PS3s, Xbox, and even PCs at the moment, well, PCs can be upgraded. I'll say consoles, because that's a little more realistic, are not fully capable or not powerful enough to really sort of control 3D at high definition resolutions. They do have to dumb it down because it's basically two images at the same time. So the processors tend to get a little bit overwhelmed. That being said, you know, we got a few more years. Let the 3D technology, the glasses-free technology, price come down a little bit, improve in its resolution, improve in its number of layers, which it's going to do over the years. Mark my words. I guarantee you, all you naysayers, you're just, again, the ones that are holding back technology. You either embrace it and accept the fact that we are going in that direction, it is not going away, or just get out of the way and let us progress, because I'm all on board for it. It's going to be amazing to play games like Call of Duty. I've always said Call of Duty, a first-person shooter. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched my gun shop. I was always like, man, can you imagine a first-person shooter with 3D technology? Well, it's here, but this isn't the one I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the next-gen consoles to come out where the processing power is capable of holding twice the number of layers. And by layers, I mean the depth. Right now, we're limited to something like 8 layers. So that means that game developers can create 8 sort of layers of depth to create that layer. But what we want is a lot more. We want it so that when we're looking at 3D, it looks like the entire thing is super, like looking outside your window. That's what we're heading towards, and it's just a matter of time. But the glasses free is coming. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. If it's available by Christmas and it's not overly expensive, which it probably will be, I'm definitely going to be friggin' saving up my coins, saving up my gelding, get one of those. But for those of you that do have 3D TVs, man, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys, and I'll follow up actually in the new year and see what you guys think of Black Ops in 3D. Anyway, leave your comments. Tell me whether you hate 3D. Tell me that it's just a gimmick. Tell me all that other stuff. I've already heard it all. You can put it there. I'll just ignore you anyway. But anyway, I'm Guns for Hire from Black Ops. I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Thanks for watching. Peace.